guys, Ms. Subin here, and today we're going to be looking for coordinates that make equations true. Now on Friday, we just picked random points on the coordinate grid, or I gave you random points and you plugged them in and you saw if the equation was true or not. Now that's called the guess and check strategy. It's a valid strategy, however, because there's so many points on graph paper, like think about graph paper and how many points you can graph on there. It would take a long time to randomly guess those points. I kind of spoiled you and gave you more yeses than nos for those true or false questions. But when you're looking at a graph paper and you have no idea where to start, it makes more sense to have a little bit more of a plan going into it. So I've set up this table for you where there's an equation and I gave you the x values, and how I know that the x values are given to me. If I look at my table, here are my x values. And go straight down. So what I'm going to do is for each of these x values, I need to find the y value that also makes it true. So I'm going to go ahead and type up my equation exactly how it was given to me. 3x minus 2y equals 4. Except for I'm going to use that x value from the table. So instead of x, I'm going to delete it and I'm going to put -2 instead. Now, this time I didn't give you a y value. What you're going to do is you're actually going to solve this equation for a y value. We can do this because there's only one variable in this new equation. Y is the only variable. We can solve one equation for a value as long as it only has one variable. So let's go ahead and jump in and use our solving skills. So 3 times -2. I'm going to multiply to get rid of those parentheses. Instead of saying 3 times -2, I'm going to say -6 minus 2y equals 4. Now if there's no parentheses, I'm going to find the middle of my equation and I'm going to solve like I normally do. I look for my variable and my variable term, and I save that number for last. So let's get rid of the -6 by adding 6 on both sides. Once I add 6 on both sides, -6 plus 6 makes 0. I'm left with just a -2y on the first side, and I'm calling it negative because it was being subtracted. Something that's being subtracted has a negative value. And then for this side, I'm going to put 4 and 6 together to make 10. We're getting closer to the answer. I want to know exactly what y is, so I'm going to divide by the -2. And be careful, if you just divide by 2, you're going to get the wrong answer. Since it's a -2, I'm going to divide by -2. -2y divided by -2 is just y, and 10 divided by -2 is -5. You can use a calculator if you need it, but that is our answer. Now this is just one part of our table. We tried when we plugged in -2. When we plugged in -2 for x, the answer that we got for y was -5. We can put these together to tell me what coordinate on our graph paper that this makes. It would be -2, -5. Because it's x and then y, x and then y. I'm going to do one more, just because 0 is a strange number, and then I'm going to leave you to try the other two. If you'd like to go ahead and start on your own, you're welcome to work at your own pace, but I'm going to do one more example just in case you need it. So again, let's start with the equation exactly how it was given to me. 2 variables I can't solve, so let's look for more information. We're told to try when x is 0 to solve for y. So I'm going to go where x is, and I'm going to put 0 in for x. I'm going to go ahead and multiply 3 times 0, which is 0. Subtract 2y, is that equal to 4? This new equation is the same, just there's no parentheses, so all of our values are true. Now 0 has no value, you could just cross it off, but if you want to follow the steps like normal, you could add 0 to both sides, or subtract 0, it doesn't matter which one you do, they're the same thing. When you do that, you're going to be left with the negative 2y. Remember, if it's being subtracted, it has a negative value, equaling 4 minus 0, which is 4. And then finally, divide by that negative 2 on both sides. And you're going to be left with negative 2y divided by negative 2, which is y, and 4 divided by negative 2, which is negative 2. When we plugged in 0, we got the answer, negative 2, which I can make a coordinate, 0, negative 2. Alright, hopefully this was helpful. If you need more help, please let me know. Alright, good luck.